your girl ChucTayyy, and I am here with your RETV Sports Break. You can catch me here every Thursday, talking junk and spitting facts. So let's get started. Usually I talk about football first, but there's some things happening over there, and I have a lot to say about it. So we're just gonna start with basketball this week, okay? Great. Really quick. By the time you guys see me next week, the NBA playoffs will have technically started. So the play-in games start May the 18th, which is Tuesday. And then the official first round of the playoffs begins on the 20th, which is Thursday. So we'll be a little bit behind, if you will. We'll be able to talk about them stupid play-in games. But as it stands right now, these are the seedings for overall the playoffs. I'm sorry, the playoffs start on the 22nd, not the 20th. So Western Conference, the number one seed as it stands today on the day that the Lord has made. Utah is number one for the West, and the Sixers is number one for the East. The number two seed on the West are the Suns. Number three, the Clippers. Number four, the Nuggets. Number five, the Trailblazers. Number six, the Mavs. Seven, the Lakers. Eight, Golden State. Nine, the Grizzlies. That's as it stands today. Eastern, like I said, Sixers are number one. The Nets are number two. The Bucks are number three. Atlanta's number four. Heat number five. The Knicks are number six. Celtics seven. Charlotte eight. And then the 9 and the 10, the Pacers and the Pacers and what am I trying to say, guys? Washington. I could not get it out. So that's as it stands right now. These things could change. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. In the West, number 10 are the Spurs. So the play-in games, as of right now, it is looking like I said, on the West, it is going to be the Grizzlies and the Spurs, and then in the East, the Pacers and Washington. So for these play-in games, the 9 and the 10, whoever is the winner will play the loser of the 7 and the 8. And then same thing on the West, and then so on and so forth. The winner of the 7 and the 8 will go on to the first round, and so on and so forth. So respectively, at this point, the loser of the 7 and 8 in the West, it's either going to be the Lakers or Golden State. They will play the Suns, and then on the East, it'll either be the Hornets or the Celtics, and they will play the Nets. So it's a lot, guys. It's a lot, and I still hate it. I don't like it. I just feel like this is completely unnecessary. But, I don't even know why we're doing this. I don't like it. I think it's dumb. But that's not my job. So, maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't. I hope it doesn't, so we could just go back to whatever it is we usually do. So, again, by the time you see me next week, the play-in games will have already happened. They should be finishing up at that point in which you guys will see me next week. If not, we'll have at least the first one, the 7 and the 8 game probably will be done, or maybe the first, the 7 and the 8 and the 9 and the 10. I don't know. It'll be done in some capacity by the time you see me the next time. I'm already over it. So moving on to today's big topic, because nothing else is more important to me than this. So after almost 10 years, Urban Meyer decided, Tim Tebo, why don't you just come on back? You played baseball, you retired from there, you haven't thrown a football since 2012, but just come on back. But you don't need to be a quarterback. Not a quarterback. We're going to make you a tight end. So, what I know about football and positions, and other things, body and things. Sometimes you could be playing one position. It happens all the time when guys leave high school and go to college, right? Maybe there's something in high school and they have to go be something else in college because, people are bigger, things are different. I got that. I do. I feel like this is stupid. And let me tell you why. And it actually doesn't have anything to do with Colin Kaepernick, which we will get to in a second. I think it's stupid because why? First of all, I wasn't a big Tim Tebow fan to begin with. Urban Meyer, yes, y'all needed a tight end, but not that bad. That you are going to thrust this man who hasn't even played football in 9 years into a position that he wasn't even playing when he was in the league. I don't understand. It just seems like a stretch. It just seemed like you guys have some sort of thing. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he like plays this year and he's going to like officially retire from football. And it's like, I retired with Urban Meyer, who was my coach when I was in college, and Heisman and blah, blah, blah. I bet you that's what happens. And it's completely unnecessary. We don't care. Put him on the coaching staff or something. Why? No. It's a no for me, dog. I'm not pleased with this at all. It's just been a media frenzy, and stick a pin in that because that phrase is going to come up again in a minute. But it's news because, like we said, Tim Tebow hasn't even played football professionally since 2012. You're not even coming back as a quarterback. You're coming back as a tight end. So there's just a lot of moving pieces here, and it has created an uproar. Enters the chat the fact that Colin Kaepernick has not played in the league since 2016. He then didn't get a tryout for 3 years. Finally gets one. And it was kind of like, this is more of a courtesy than it is that we actually want you to play football. But whole time, coaches were at this workout. I said tryout, I should have said workout. But coaches are at this workout, this makeshift workout that you try to say, hey, we need you to be 90 minutes away and be ready to go in the next like hour and 45 minutes, which was already some BS. But you get there, you get somewhere else because he's like, I'm not getting ready to play y'all game. I'm going to go over here and do my workout, come or don't. And you come and you're like, it's impressive. But then you're talking about you don't want a media circus, and then you gave him a BS waiver that's like, we just want to make sure that you know that just because you do this workout doesn't mean that we're actually going to let you back into the league. So again, it was just a courtesy. And I think that's what people's problem is in regards to this entire Tim Tebow, Colin Kaepernick thing. You know, it's not so much about race. It's important, but it's that it is about race. It's not so much about the actual kneeling, though. It's about the fact that these two players have not played football for quite some time. One of them chose not to play football and since has not been, I'm sure he's been working out, but he hasn't been, sharpening his quarterback skills, which is why he's not coming back as a quarterback. And then we have another one who was basically banished and sent away, and you give him this courtesy, we're just doing it to say that we did it kind of workout, and said he looked good in said workout. He's been working out, stayed in shape, was launching balls, and y'all were like, he looks great for somebody who hasn't been playing for 3 years, but media frenzy, we don't want it. But Urban Meyer says, hey, we're going to bring Tim Tebow back. And it's like, okay, grab the cameras. Let's go. Let's do it. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. And again, I say, as somebody who was not a Tim Tebow fan to begin with, that would be the last person that I would say, let's bring him back. This isn't Carmelo. Right? This isn't what Carmelo is to basketball, and he has all these issues or what have you, and he's getting bounced around, or he's just flat out not playing and now he's back. Like, this isn't the same scenario. Like Tim Tebow to me always has been overhyped. He just has been. And then you leave and you try to do this fake Michael Jordan thing, and I'm going to go play baseball, and it's, I guess you were an okay baseball player. I'm not going to take that away from you, I suppose. But you do all of this, you switch sports, you retire from baseball, you're on TV, you're being, just sit back. Just nobody asks for this. Nobody asks for this. Nobody asked for it. And the players are not exactly happy either. So let's just go to the tweet. So Devin Bush, Pittsburgh, I'm not going to lie, he doesn't make a super smart comment. But he says, Tebow done got a job before Kaepernick. Wait till we play Jacksonville. You don't play Jacksonville this year. We all saw the schedule. It's not on there. So, yeah, Devin, that wasn't, I got the sentiment, right? But we all saw the schedule like 2 weeks ago. So you should have just left that part out. And then Des Bryant says, so Tebow had, I'm going to read this exactly as he wrote it. So grammar aside. So Tebow haven't played an NFL game in damn near a decade. And it's that simple. No hate, but you got to be kidding me. And then follows up said tweet with, I knew that would get your attention, so read this, and insert Iowa's press release here. Regarding my last post, I knew it would cause controversy, and that was just to get your attention. This is not a slight at Tebow. I'm happy for Tebow and want to see everyone succeed. I am saying to wake up and see what goes on and take care of yours. Pay attention to what goes on around us and look deeper between the lines. This is why I preach unity and Black society and taking care of us, lifting each other up. It's more than getting together and running routes and casually linking up. It's about truly connecting to build and create, controlling what we can control and building our community. So what I took from that is Urban Meyer and Tim Tebow. That's their community for one another. And Urban Meyer is lifting up Tim Tebow for what reason, I don't know, and I don't care, and allowing him to come back, be a Jaguar, get some PT, I'm assuming, play a different position, because I don't really need a quarterback, but I want you here. And what he's saying, what I take from what Dez Bryant is saying, and this is probably going to be the only time you hear me agree with somebody who was a Cowboy, is whatever. What I hear him saying here is that these coaches and front offices and what have you, black, white, or indifferent, I guess, y'all are not embracing and lifting up, and it's not okay that you just allowed him to work out. Like, y'all really banished him. Like, just banished him. And that's not cool. There are several other things that have happened across the league for many, many different reasons, where players are not as overly scrutinized and punished, if you will, as Colin Kaepernick has been. And not that Tim Tebow has done anything, quote unquote, bad, but he really wasn't that great of a player that we need to be going out of our way to put him in a position that he didn't even play. That's my opinion, and that's the hill that I'm going to die on. But for Urban Meyer to lift up his man and give him another chance, why hasn't anybody done that for Colin Kaepernick? Not one person. And I think that's the point. I think that's Dez Bryant's point in this entire thing. Why are we not extending that same olive branch to Colin Kaepernick? This has been going on since 2016. My youngest child wasn't even alive when this started, and he will be 4. So this has gone on long enough. There is no reason why olive branches at this point have not been extended, or we've been talking about extending it. And again, back to that makeshift workout, Roger Goodell had really got pressure from Jay-Z, and this is not even Jay-Z's lane for real. I just don't understand, and I never will. And, wish Tim Tebow all the best. I could really care less about the Jacksonville Jaguars. It doesn't really change anything for you as an organization. It just doesn't. But, okay, I guess. Not a slight at Tebow. Like I said, I was never a Tebow fan. He could have literally come back as a quarterback, and I would probably still be rolling my eyes, because why? Who asked for this? Ugh, just anyway. Anyway, I'm just going to leave you guys with that little tidbit. And just know that from here on out, we're going to be talking about a lot of basketball. I will say, Russ and Steph, give them their flowers. Give them their flowers. I'm not going to take too much more. I'm not going to hold y'all this week. But give them their flowers. And I am prepared to talk about this in detail next week as we continue to talk about playing games and NBA playoffs, because that's my favorite time of year. Otherwise, I will see you next week. You can catch me here every Thursday, talking junk, spitting facts. See you later.